Hello, everybody. Welcome to the NX show. It's an NX project, so it's not that. But yes, everybody, welcome to the NX show. I'm your host, ADV. Joining me is the wise Wisconsinite, Mr. Jesse Douglas.
How's it going, everyone?
And as always, the streaming champion, Mr. Wade Williams.
Hello, it's me. Hi.
And congratulations, Ray, to getting to 500 subscribers on your channel.
I wish it was subscribers, but it's followers. It's all good
Followers.
though. I appreciate it. No,
You
thank you. I really do appreciate that. We were just doing we were looking at our metrics. We hit 500 in 90 days. 90 days.
Nice.
So that's insane. So I can't wait to see where we are in another 90 days.
Well, you do a lot of positive content, and you are just very energetic and so good to watch and everything.
Thank you.
So I really wanted to get that out. And of course, Jesse, you continue to deliver us some great content also. Great conversation. If you guys have not checked out, we had a discussion earlier about Breath of the Wild and Genshin Impact. So truly watch that. It was very spirited, I would say.
Yeah. Yeah.
Spirited. But as always, we still love each other. We still friends. We have different opinions. We might disagree at times, but I think, like Jesse, I think you said you would play it if it comes to America. I think Ray, you probably would play it. I'm definitely would play it if it comes to America. I still don't think it's PS4 destroying worthiness, but I think because of that person did destroy their system, none of us in America would know about this game. So there's a good thing that came out of this in a sense, and it actually worked for the developers who making Genshin Impact. That I think that's something we may all probably agree.
Yeah, I think the whole destroying the PS4 thing, that's just a cry for attention. That's not.
Yeah.
That was more about attention and not him actually being upset.
I mean, maybe what he doing, he really thought he was. You know, that was his way of showing, hey, I feel really strongly about this, so I'm going to destroy this piece of hardware that who knows if he bought or not, that I make it seem like I really care about to get my point across. I mean,
that I don't even know that the game is coming to that piece of hardware. So
people display their emotions in very interesting ways. So
and now he has to spend money to go get a new system. If he
maybe he's liquid like that. Who knows?
Is he a YouTuber?
Or maybe his carrots are liquid like that. Who knows?
You know what? I would not disagree.
I don't know. Who knows?
At all. But we're going to get into some housekeeping. Welcome to the NX Show, your source for the video game news, analysis, and other shenanigans. You can catch us here on twitch.tv/the NX Show or on codenamenx.com/live every Saturday at 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific for pre-show, followed by the podcast. If you can't join us live, no big deal. You can head on over to codenamenx.com, Spotify, iHeartRadio, YouTube, or your podcast service of choice on Tuesday mornings for a fully edited show to consume. And yes, everybody, this one is another recorded episode. Corey is not here. He's on vacation, living his life, and hopefully he has some fun. He got some good food, and I keep yelling at him to put down Fire Emblem Three Houses, which we will get into a little bit later. But he's very invested and stuff. And I was thinking this, Jesse. I was just like, if he beats this game, I may have to give him points for the NX challenge, because this is probably the only game that he beat this year. You can follow us on Twitter and Instagram at the NX Show, and like the NX Project's Facebook page. You can also join our Facebook group when it's not a secret group. We will be updating you on content in the coming weeks as we have a few cool things planned, such as NX Real Talk, our movie review show, and the epic return of shows like Squad Goals, Royale with Cheese, and Indie Masterclass. Yes, everybody, those things haven't came yet, but we are planning and working on to get them out. If you have any questions, you can tweet at us, look for the questions thread in our Facebook community, or email us at contact@codenamenx.com. We will also be taking your live questions in Twitch chat. Remember, you can find all of our content on codenamenx.com, including all of our videos, old content, reviews, blogs, live streams, and more. So, everybody, that is our housekeeping. We got a great show for you. We got going to be talking about what we've been playing. We got 3 good topics for news, and then we're going to do a good discussion for of all 3 of us. We are going to give our top 5, or not even top 5. We're just going to give one of our 5 favorite villains. We're going to talk about some villains that we love, that we enjoy, that we like. And Ray, you must stay on with those 5. You can't break the rules.
Why you think I was gonna break the rules? Huh?
Because last time you broke them, and then we just started adding stuff. We just like, you know what? Who cares?
Fine. I will abide by the rules this one time.
Yes, and if we have time, we'll do honorable mentions, so we can add them up. But we are going to be talking about some our 5 villains, because I think a lot of times we talk about our favorite characters or favorite games and stuff. There's always stuff that's good or sometimes even bad that we enjoy, but we never appreciate the villains that are in various media. So we're going to have that discussion. So hopefully you guys would enjoy. But we're going to get into what we've been playing, and I'm actually going to start this one. So I just finished Wolfenstein 2, The New Colossus. This game came out in 2017. I remember playing it for 2 days, and then I just put it to the side because I didn't like the control. I couldn't figure out where enemies were coming from. And it had the problem where you couldn't go over the limit of your health, but some of that changed and everything. But it was just like, this gameplay is weird. But I stuck with it. I just beat it a couple of days ago, and I really enjoyed it. I kind of seen where the gameplay from Rage comes from, and of course you see how Doom plays a handle into it, because you can't really duck and hide. You literally have to run around and go guns a blazing in this game. But it was a good story. They have 2 different storylines. There's a part where you can save 2 different characters, and depending on who you save, will do the cutscenes and how the game ends. I mean, the game still ends in the same way, but it does something different on those cutscenes. I really enjoyed it. I was just like, you know what? I want to get ready for Youngbloods. So let me pop this game in, and I can't say, and maybe this is because of Rage and Doom, because of how everything is fast paced and it's moving. You really can't do your sight aim, like hold the L2. It's just better just to use your analog stick, just have the gun on them and just shoot them. If you happen to get a headshot, that's fine, but everything is just like you go in and you melee them, or you go straight guns a-blazing. Like, trying to take time to lower down the aim thing, I don't even think it's worth it with the kind of game like this, because all the enemies are coming from different sides and they want you to move around. There's not much coverage. You literally just have to be strategic and really go in. So that game I finished. I am playing Final Fantasy 9. I finally got my Fire Emblem 3 houses.
Yay!
Now,
nice.
I haven't really put much time into this game due to some other stuff. I love this game.
It's a great game.
It's a great game. I am Blue House.
Oh, you picked Blue House. Unfortunately, you're a Blue Line. Oh, okay, whatever.
Because you guys got Indigo or the Red House, and that was going to be my choice, but because a lot of you guys got it, I'm like, I'm going to go into the Blue House.
I mean, I'm not going to say you made a mistake, but you made a mistake.
Yeah, because one of the things you
go ahead, Jeff.
like one of the things that I had found out too, I mean, you'll find out or people have talked about already, but obviously you don't, just because you pick that house doesn't mean you necessarily are stuck with those characters. You can pull some of the characters from the other houses over to yours. So
you can
So that, yeah. So.
Yeah. So I'm still in the castle where I got to I'm just got to do the first mission, which needs to be like talk to everybody in the monastery, just like meet them. I kind of cut it off right there and went back to Wolfenstein to do some other things. I do plan on getting back into Ultimate Alliance 3. I want to really do that. But what's calling my name, and this is weird because it's in front of me right now, The Witcher 3. Wow, the complete edition. I'm going to be doing that on Xbox One. It's part of my backlog challenge, but everybody's been playing it, and I'm just like, I need to get ready for this Switch version.
And so between that and Three Houses, you'll be done with them by 2022.
Maybe.
This is the crazy thing, Jesse, that you mentioned that, because I got to get ready for Grandia HD, which comes out on the 16th. Yeah. Followed by I pre-ordered Astral Chain, so I got to hope Amazon will get that right, and I could get my copy. I was trying to I won't rent it from the Ashes, but I don't know if they're doing physical for that game.
Yeah, so, I don't know.
Yeah, so I think when I get paid again, I'm gonna go ahead and buy it. I might actually just do it digitally for Rental of the Ashes. I might not actually do a physical version, because just like you, like we plan. Hopefully, you get into too, Jesse.
Yeah,
that game just looks so good and it looks so fun to play. I'm like, I gotta have this. And then all my September stuff I'm getting ready for. But like I gotta get ready for all of these games that's coming right now. So having Wolfenstein 2 out of the way on PlayStation 4, I could get some more stuff because I still got to finish Kingdom Hearts and Ni no Kuni 2, and I got to start Dragon Quest 11 before the Switch version comes out, and I redo everything again. There's a lot I got to get to.
That's a lot. That's almost too much.
Yeah, but I'm single and I don't have children, so
I ain't got no kids neither, but that's still a lot.
You stream, so you game a lot. I still need to start original Divinity Sin 2. I still gotta do.
Good luck. That's at least 65 hours. At least.
I'm not prepared. After we had our talk a couple of episodes, right? Mm-hmm. I'm not prepared on the decisions to make, because when it comes to the farm thing, I'm be savage.
There's so many decisions to make. So many. But I love that. Let's not talk about that, because I can talk about that for hours. I can.
But that's pretty much what I've been playing. Ray, what have you been playing?
So I have been playing Fire Emblem as well. I think I'm maybe 12 hours in, maybe 13 at this point. I've been a bad boy. I've been playing it on stream and off stream. So the people, my audience knows, it's like, hey, don't expect to see Ray's full playthrough, because sometimes I can't, keep it out of my hands, since the Switch I can literally just pick up and take with me to the other room. That's the thing about the Switch. If I'm playing it on stream, I can just pick it up and not play it in my office.
And may I say, Nintendo, I need an animated film. I need an
I just want an anime. Give me an anime. I want a Fire Emblem anime. That's what I want. Give me that.
That intro was just like, oh my goodness. Yeah.
It'd be great. I want it so bad, but no, I've been playing a lot of that. I've also been playing a lot of Path of Exile on PC recently, which you can also play now, I think, on everything except the Switch. For at least for now. Diablo I don't know. It's just fun. I'm having a great time.
I hear a lot of people talk about that game, but I don't know if it's something to pick up yet.
I mean, it's free, so yeah, it's a free game to play. Which is I haven't spent a dime on it, but I've put probably at least 18 hours in it in the past week. So fun game to play. It's something to run through, and just if your friends can all play it because it's all free, and just have a good time if you like Diablo-like games. Seriously, I've been having a great time. So there's that. What else have I been playing? Because I haven't been playing a whole lot, but mostly Fire Emblem, Path of Exile, and then there was another game. I went back to My Time at Portia recently, and I still really like that game. That game, although it's got an RNG element when it comes to certain items that you need to complete certain quests that I don't like. Yeah. There's this one thing that I'm trying to build for the town, and I have to find a spring, but you can only find the spring in these caves. And the caves, all of the loot in the caves is RNG, and I hate it. So that's great. So honestly, it's making me like it's gonna make me go back to Stardew because I don't think I gave Stardew a fair enough shot.
Same here.
I played maybe 2 hours of Stardew and was kind of like, okay, I guess that's it, and then I never went back.
So, you know what? It's mission that you said that because I poured so much time into Harvest Moon, like the last one that came out, and you can see my posts on Twitter or on Facebook. I'm laughing at this game, but I'm enjoying it, and I think with Stardew Valley, I didn't give it its proper trial, and I have it on 1, and I need to go back and play it.
Yeah, because I'll have it on Switch, so it'd be even easier for me to play. So that might be something I start on stream at some point, just kind of like chill out with towards the end of a stream. We're gonna play Stardew Valley. We'll see how that goes, and then I'm sure everybody on the internet will come in and teach me how to play it because I have no idea how it works. LOL. But that's really it. I'm still in a rut because after I finished Divinity, you know how sometimes after you finish a good book or a good TV show, you're kind of like, what am I gonna do with my life? I've been like that for the past 2 weeks after finishing Divinity because it was so good.
But you have hardly stuff in your backlog that you just like, I need to.
Exactly.
Yeah, you gotta attack your backlog.
I've got Division 2 that I haven't touched at all. I've got Yakuza Kiwami 2. I technically have Persona 5, but I don't think I'm gonna play that until the new version comes out.
I need to get done with
I have plenty of stuff, but September is going to destroy all those plans. And so will Astral Chain, because there's that. And then I haven't decided if I'm picking up Control day 1, but I really want to play Control. In Control next week? No, it's not. It's the 27th, I think, for Control. So it's also at the end of the month, right?
I think so.
We have the power of the internet.
I know.
Oh, look.
Yeah, I know. Wreckfest comes out the 27th. I think it comes out that same day, maybe.
Initial release date says August 27th, 2019. Isn't that the exact same day as Astral Chain?
Yeah. No, Astral Chain is the 30th. No.
Oh, yeah, well, right. I'm sorry, Control. You getting skipped because I'm not going to play that game for 2 days and then go straight into Astral Chain.
I'm doing well. See, Astral Chain, I don't worry because that's coming from Amazon. That's already paid for.
Gotcha.
I think all I need to do is Wreckfest. That week is Wreckfest, Control, Astral Chain, and Remnant from the Ashes. So I'll have
Chain. Give me that.
Yeah, I'll have money already for 3 of those games. Astral Chain just got to be shipped and Amazon better deliver it to me, or we're gonna have a situation.
Well, we gonna have a nice talk. All right, Jeff Bezos, I'm gonna write a letter. But no, that's all I've been playing. Nothing, not a lot. Like I said, I'm really trying to get over Divinity. It's been a hard breakup, let me tell you.
And Jesse, Wreckfest is digital only, right? I think.
I don't think so because I think all the stores have it listed as them being able to sell a copy of it.
Okay. Well, because if that's dropping on the day Control comes out, I'll pick up those 2 games.
Well, and I think Wreckfest is only going to be like a $40 game.
Oh, that's cool.
I think.
Yeah, I was looking.
Let me look up Wreckfest because
I was looking at some of it.
So imagine if you were to bring the Destruction Derby games, remember from PlayStation?
Yeah.
But actually put like almost Forza like really decent graphics and also the top of the line physics, and like they actually like. I think from the ground up built a lot of the physics and brought some physics into this game that just haven't been brought in for the realism for racing games, and like the destruction on the cars and stuff is all realistic, like depending on where you hit, and then like they have stuff on like pieces can fly off, and it's been out for a long time on PC. In a beta form, and then they finally got it up to full form, but they were having trouble getting it to run well on consoles, and so they held off on the console version until they said that we felt like we could actually play it and enjoy it on the console. They said we're not going to just bring it out with and until we feel like it's ready. Yeah, it looks like it's $39.99 Wreckfest, so.
And that's on the 27th with Control.
Yeah.
Man,
Yeah.
I'm telling you, that's a bit. I don't know, right? Like, just financially, I really can't justify picking up all those games in 1 week with September literally right around the corner staring me in the face.
Yeah. Everybody, just to run down that people probably going to be getting, or pretty much me. We have Link's Awakening. We have Dragon Quest S. We have Daemon X Machina. We have Gears of War 5. We have Borderlands 3. What else do we have? I think there's some more games that we have, but those are kind of like the 5 major games.
Big boys.
The big boys. And like we don't even know of indie games and collectors that are dropping.
And Blair Witch.
Oh, that's right. Blair Witch is coming out.
Is it this month or next month?
I think it's this month.
It's this month.
Okay. Because I know at E3
because there's like 6 or 7 games that I wanted this month that are coming out.
I didn't even know that game got dated or anything.
It's it comes out I think around the same time that Astral Chain, or maybe it might come out next week.
I mean, I'm just excited for my stream to become an Astral Chain stream. That's all I'm excited about.
So, I'm gonna be streaming a lot of Wreckfest. Like it's a perfect game for streaming. That's why I want to get it so bad. It's because I can put the announcer thing on my mic, like this microphone that I have. Yeah. There's a setting where you can make it do the echo like an announcer.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna have fun messing around with that and just do like commentary while I'm doing the race.
So in other words, Jesse, in other words, I'll see you at night.
Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I'll see you at 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning. So, yes. Ray, if that's all you've been playing.
That is all I've been playing, my friends.
Jesse, what have you been playing?
I also haven't been playing a lot, actually, but I'm just like super pumped for Modern Warfare. So I've been trying to play through the original Modern Warfare story. So I started that up, and then that's also like part of the NX challenge. One of my games that I had on it is I wanted to try to go through all of the Modern Warfare stories.
You did none of the campaigns. You did.
No, I've never played. Well, I played the second one.
Wait.
I played the second Modern Warfare games campaign, but
You never finished it.
I've never.
So you never finished the Call of Duty campaign? Wait.
What?
He plays more. Okay. He plays.
I mostly have done multiplayer.
I see. You're one of those. Understood.
Yeah. So, so like when they announced that Black Ops 4 was only going to be in multiplayer, it didn't bother me.
I bet you were like, "Oh my god, exactly what I wanted."
Yeah. But I have played some of some of them, but like literally only like maybe an hour or so of it, and then I was just like, I'll go back to multiplayer.
Because I beat Modern Warfare 2 because they had the airport level. Yep. I finished all of that, which is weird because I did that and Battlefield 3 almost at the same time, like back to back. And Advanced Warfare is the only other one. I have Infinity Warfare, but I need to go through that again. I think I need to start it, and I have Black Ops 3 on my PlayStation 4. But I need to work through that campaign. And I'm not liking Black Ops 3 campaign.
I didn't like. I tried playing the Black Ops story stuff, and like trying to keep up with it and all that. And I didn't really understand why people loved it so much, because I didn't really care too much about it.
Yeah. I mean, all I didn't enjoy any of the Black Ops story modes. I'll be very honest about that. None of them.
Yeah. I think Advanced Warfare is still the best one to me. Modern Warfare 2 is historic for that controversy and selling and all that stuff. But like, I think just the way the layout of Advanced Warfare and just the plot and everything was just so much fun. Like it was a good ride. It was one of those games that you play for like 4 to 5 hours. You just stick with it, and regardless of how you feel with it, it's still good. It had kind of almost like a Titanfall 2 feel to me, in a sense, where the story is just like, this is amazing, and I'm kind of stuck playing it.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'm gonna try to go through those, because I'm just, I just can, the more and more I hear and see and watch of Modern Warfare, it just like just the night mode that they have alone, where like unless you're wearing the night vision, you cannot see anything. Like there's little tiny pockets of light like here and there. Mm-hmm. And so like but in order to be able to see, you have to have your night vision on. And like if you aim down sights, then the laser will come on, but otherwise it's not. So you could be in a room and someone aimed down sights, and all of a sudden if you had your night vision off, you'd see a laser just cutting through the darkness. And then like if you there's houses and stuff just like in the regular maps. Mm-hmm. But so like if someone comes in a house and they have night vision on, you can flip the lights on, and then it will blind them for a little while.
Oh.
And so then you can take them out, take advantage of that, and quick take them out while they're blinded. And so they've added doors in the maps and stuff. So what they did is they took all the ideas and things that they did that were new to Modern Warfare, or to Call of Duty in general, that they put in the blackout mode, and they basically brought that into the regular game. So like there's a rumor that there's going to be a couple, we already know for a fact that this game is going to be basically like Call of Duty doing Battlefield.
Gotcha.
Mm. Yeah.
And to record.
God. So yeah, and before you go on, Jesse, I do recommend everybody go check out Game Informer's latest episode and keep up with the content they are doing. I think that's their new cover story and everything. I know I'm planning on getting it.
I'm completely sold. Like, just the more, like I said, the more I watch of it, it looks amazing, and it's not just another Call of Duty game. Like they're really like took the opportunity to make something different. I mean as different as you can with a game that's based on.
It was good that you messaged, because me and you was talking. You was just like, it's a new engine for this game.
Yeah,
so I definitely want to see what, because the story is, for a lot of people who don't know, is that the team, they were originally at Infinity Ward. They left Infinity Ward and went to Respawn. Left Respawn to go to Naughty Dog, and then left Naughty Dog to go back to Infinity Ward. And that's why this game is kind of a new reboot for it. So it's a whole different story from the regular Modern Warfare game.
Yeah, it's completely different. Just watching it and the realism of it and stuff, it just looks so good. I cannot wait to play it.
I think for me it looks good, but I'm going to read the story and stuff, but I kind of don't want to see anything else. Like, I really want to go into this game like freshly unprepared for anything that's going to happen, because I think that's going to make the experience for me personally like better. To be like, okay, I pop in, I play it, I enjoy what it has to offer. I'm gonna try the multiplayer modes, I'm gonna get my tail kicked, but like at least I'm going to give this game a fair chance.
Yeah. So and then I've been playing Blackout. I'm still kind of curious to see what happens as far as that game mode goes. Because they're kind of being hush about it. They haven't really said whether they're gonna have that game type still, or if that's just going to continue as what it is, and the people that are that have been working on that continue to update that, or what. I don't know.
I think for Modern Warfare, they said they weren't going to have it, but for Black Ops 4, I think they're just going to do some updates. So
yeah,
I'm along with you with that. But anything else, Jesse?
I don't think they've actually like flat out said that they're not going to, but I think it's implied because it's like they're like I said, it's rumored that they're gonna have like 100-person mode where it's 50 versus 50. But they're doing it like those games will be like the Battlefield style. So
yeah,
like where I believe they're gonna have vehicles and all that stuff. Like they're literally going to be doing their version of the Battlefield games in this one. So, and just like a one other thing too that's kind of cool that they add is like, so with the doors and stuff, you can either slowly open it and like toss a flashbang in, or they said you can do like a charge where you can run right at the door and just charge right through it.
That's like Wolfenstein 2. There you have a move where you could actually bust down certain doors by charging it.
Yeah. So they're gonna have like, there's just all different kinds of things, and they're gonna have like the proximity mines, and they talk about like basically like in in 007, remember those proximity mines where you can just throw them and stuff like that. So it's gonna be interesting to play for sure. But
well, anything else, Jesse?
No, that's pretty much been it. I mean, there was a couple of games that I played that I wanted to do a video on, so I didn't really bring them up, but
okay,
I'm hoping to still get around to that. I just haven't had time.
I've been trying to do some stuff on Mixer, but my Mixer keeps dropping. Like I'm recording, I'll be using it on my Xbox One, and then it'll just drop and it stop recording. I'm like, what the world is going on? I don't know. I gotta try it again because I kind of want to do like a Devil May Cry collection where I play 1, 2, and 3, DMC, and 4 and 5, and like just show different combos and just like put them all in one video. If I can't do that, then I'll do something else. I'll figure it out. But everybody, that's what we have been playing. Corey has been playing a lot of Fire Emblem, and he'll talk about that when he comes back. Like, he's committed to playing Fire Emblem. But we're going to get into these news bits. Just got 3 good stories for him. This one comes from Nintendo Life. Gears 5 achievement tipped hat to retired Nintendo of America president Reggie Fils-Aimé. Despite being competitors within the video game industry, Nintendo's North America branch maintains healthy relations with Microsoft's Xbox division. In recent times, the two parties have united to get certain games published on the Switch, and Banjo-Kazooie featured as a DLC fighter in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Now, Xbox Game Studios subsidiary, the coalition has paid respect to Nintendo of America's retired president, Reggie Fils-Aimé, by featuring a special achievement in the upcoming Xbox title Gears 5. It's called My Body Is Ready, and you can unlock it when you complete the boot camp in the game. A live demo of the new entry in the Gears of War series will take place on August 19th at this year's Gamescom. In response to this news, Reggie himself thanked Phil Spencer and mentioned how he hoped to see his own achievement unlocked. I hope the team shows off the My Body Is Ready achievement. Nice tip of the hat, my friend, at Xbox P3. This is a tweet from Reggie to them. So I think that's super cool and everything.
Yeah.
Yes, well deserved. Reggie did so much for the industry, and I think that's awesome that other studios can pay just respect to him, because oh man, Reggie's awesome, and I'm really glad that we got Reggie. Because a guy like Reggie could have gone and done really well in so many other industries, but he loved and had a passion for video games and did his thing with Nintendo. So
the clapback that he did to Trump and everybody about the video game stuff, doing the stats and everything, it's just it just shows how he cares about this industry. That clapback was good too. It's just like
good old Reggie.
He's like, before y'all even just making that assumption, here are the stats.
isn't as big as a deal as you think it is. No, it's still a big deal.
Yeah.
Just because it's not happening to you, it's not affecting you immediately, it's still a big deal. Think about other people. Think about other people. That's all I'm asking. Just if everybody thought about the well-being of other people in addition to themselves, because you were also important, I think things would just be better off, honestly. I try to put off as much positive energy and happiness as I can to offset all of the shitty stuff that I see. And it's hard sometimes, let me tell you, because there's just a lot of bad stuff happening. And so we just need to do better. We just need to do better.
That's the thing is I think in general, I feel like the world just isn't mindful. Like I think that's one of the things is it's just like so much in your day-to-day life, you know, like you see people like who aren't paying attention while they're driving, and that's very dangerous. And there's just like people just need
not being considerate of the people
more
around you.
mindful. Yeah, it just like just need to just think about, you know, stuff like, and like you said, like the obviously this whole issue with guns and stuff, there is no like easy answer or you know, it's not as black and white as we may, you know, hope it was or wish it was,
right?
But by just blaming other things, we're not gonna get anywhere.
Exactly. But with Walmart, shame on you. That's how I feel about this. Shame on you.
It's the same song and dance. Yeah, the Walmart, shame on you. We'll see how it plays out. If this is going to affect them or not, but
I hope it does. I do. It makes me not want to go to a Walmart.
I don't buy my games at Walmart. I don't even go to Walmart.
I won't even go to Walmart for a sale at this point anymore. I just won't. Like that's.
And Jesse, I understand you go to Walmart because you got my chips from me when you came down.
Yeah, I try not to go there because like I have other places now that I can go, because now we got Meijer, and Meijer is basically like Walmart. It's 24/7.
All right.
And they actually treat their employees really good. Like people love working for them.
And plus, Meijer's is the last place that you would expect their video game section to have some collectible stuff that
they had some really good sales on like Nintendo games.
Yeah.
Like a couple of times where you could get some really, like they had like buy one, you know, Nintendo game, get the other one for like 40% off or 30% off, and it's like they would be select games, but still, I mean, you weren't seeing other companies giving, you know, usually Nintendo is known for never having sales on their games, you know, like, so like that was, I was like pretty surprised by that. But
and there's a Meijer's by me that's like, it's in Wisconsin, it's in Kenosha, but it's like literally 25 minutes from where I'm at. And I think I'm probably gonna go there. I probably got to get a card from Meijer's. But
they're not as cheap as Walmart in prices, but that's because they actually pay their employees.
Yeah.
From what I understand. So.
Well, we're gonna get into this last news bits, and then we're gonna get into our topic of discussion. Japanese police arrest man for threatening Square Enix with arson. Now, I just found this out like this morning when I woke up. There's often a contingent of people that dismiss any threats in or around the video game industry as part of the dynamic, with the implied dismissiveness that threats are just bluster. A threat against Square Enix Japanese headquarters has been taken quite seriously by the police and resulted in the arrest of one man who said he planned to burn the building down. Police in Shinjuku arrested a 40-year-old delivery worker for sending a threat to the company through their online web inquiry form. In the message, the man said he would recreate the Kyoto Animation Fire, a tragic arson attack on July 18 that killed 35 people and severely injuring at least 34 others. He had admitted to police that he was angry about losing at a mobile game and sent the message. Officers did not find any gasoline or accelerants traditionally used for arson. And that source came from Anime News Network. And the story is from Game Informer also. So that That is true. That is that's how I wrote it.
So I technically have 2 from anime and manga. But I'm gonna go with Frieza for this one. Good old Frieza from Dragon Ball. Like, if you really think about Frieza is the nastiest, one of the meanest, dirtiest villains ever. Terrible. And he racist. Don't forget that. I want y'all people to know this. Frieza's terrible. I hate him. I hate Frieza so much. But no, yeah, Frieza, Frieza's a bad character. Like, and when I say bad, I mean like he's evil. He is evil. And they may write him as kind of like a funny evil. No, but Frieza is evil. Just, yep, definitely Frieza. So he's mine for anime for sure.
Now, I always thought Frieza was a female because of the voice acting.
I mean, Frieza could be a female, but Frieza is just a Frieza race. No real identifying parts, male or female. I mean, but I think so. So who knows? I'm sure they've written out somewhere some lore about what kind of, if there's a gender associated with the Frieza race, but I don't know. Yeah.
Well, for me, of course, it's from one of my favorite cartoons, and of course, that is Thundercats, Mumra. He is just like, he's this old thing, and then when he gets evil and powers up and everything, he's this big, bold, and just like form of innocence, just like seeing like how skinny he was to how he just got all ripped and muscle and everything, and it was just like and
his bandages flapping.
Yeah. I was just like, oh my goodness, because like He-Man didn't do much for me with Skeletor, but I was just like, Mumra was just like, he's the consistent evil, and he is going to do whatever it takes, and I just love Mumra. Jesse, what is your one cartoon or anime? And I probably could think it's going to be coming from Naruto. That's my assumption.
Yep. Orochimaru is such a good character.
That's my other one. God dang it, Jesse.
He's no one to fool around.
So I have to pick a different one now. Thanks, Jesse.
You should have knew this. I would be picking something Naruto.
Well, it was actually really easy to pick another one. So go ahead, keep going.
Yeah, like just like his, the things that he could do is like, just felt like it was limitless. Like he just, like obviously he basically learns like all the forbidden, like jutsus that people, like they felt like people shouldn't use or know. Like, I mean, he could bring people back to life and just the fact that he basically, like, it's so messed up. Like, so he'll take like teenage kids and basically like try to save them to use harvest their body because he wants to take over their bodies eventually once they're powerful enough. Like, I mean, you can't get more messed up than that. Like, I mean, but what I love about his character though is that, like, at the very end, and I had you watch these, Ed, but at the very end of the Naruto Shippuden, they had the wedding, they have the Naruto's wedding like episodes, and I love what they turned Orochimaru into in those episodes. He's basically the comic relief. You'll see him running in the background, and then I can't remember what his I forget what his name is right now, but is chasing him, trying to capture him because they want to lock him back up or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
But even if you have no interest in Naruto whatsoever, if you have Hulu, you should go and watch the Naruto wedding episodes. They're seriously some of the funniest like episodes of any anime show that I've ever seen. Like, I'm watching Fruits Basket right now too, as well.
Yeah, that's a good anime.
Yeah, as my friend who got me into Naruto and stuff, he watched that as well, and I had watched a couple of episodes of it, and I enjoyed it, but I just never really went all the way through it. But yeah, Orochimaru is like, he's literally a snake at times. So he's definitely one of the most creative. Well, that's why I like and like he's just really crazy looking. Well, both as a human and as his regular original form, or whatever you'd call it. But like, just like his banter and stuff with Spawn throughout the comics, and just his character is just like, without him, the Spawn comics, I feel like, wouldn't be nearly as interesting. Like he just like I can't wait I hope they do the movie right this time. There's been talk about them coming out with the movie, because I just like growing up, like Spawn was like the one comic that like really brought me into collecting and liking comics and stuff like that. Like that was kind of my entry. I mean, like I liked Marvel stuff and obviously I love Batman and stuff too, but like Batman and Spawn are like one and one. It's like right there with each other. And so yeah, I couldn't not pick something from one of those two, and I decided to go with the what I feel would be the lesser pick. Most people would probably pick something from Marvel or DC, but I had to go with that, with Violator from Spawn.
Good choice.
Yes. What about you, Ray? What is your comic or manga?
So the other one I'm gonna cheat again, but this one I'm just gonna go with the straight manga choice, and that's Dio from JoJo's. Dio's terrible. Dio is one of the like worst villains you could possibly find. I hated Dio, but he was ridiculous and over the top, and it's mostly JoJo, but still, if you ever look up about some of the stuff that Dio did, you'll understand. You'll understand. Dio cares about nothing but himself, and you find that out. He does whatever he needs to do to get what he wants. Oh boy, it's pretty terrible. But Dio is a good villain. I know. See, dogs hate Dio, and you'll understand why if you watch JoJo Bizarre Adventure.
Yes. So all right, awesome. Well, we're gonna get into our one film villain. Now, of course, we all might think of like action movies, or we might actually come from horror movies. One of my favorites, and this is gonna be correct, kind of crazy, but one of my favorites is Punisher Warzone. Leatherface. I think he's the one that got his face mutilated when Punisher threw him in the glass. But it was like destroying glass bottles, and he threw this guy in, and it crushed off his face, and he came back, like the doctor made his face back, and then because he was psychopathic, I think it's Leatherface or something like that. I had to look it up what his name is. But the villain, like him and his brother were in it, and they were just some psycho people, and I literally love them. There's a part where on it where they go around and recruit black people or black gangs, and they under a purple light, they go get some Irish people who are under some green lights, and then they go get some Russian people who are under red lights and stuff. So those lights represented their ethnicity, or I can't say that, their who they are, and they all come in this building, and then Punisher goes through each level doing creative kills to them. It's so good, but they were just evil, and I literally loved them, because I could have went with Jason or Freddy Krueger, but it's just like that's too easy. So yeah, the two main villains in Punisher Warzone. It's mine as a film. Jesse, what is yours in film?
I picked Anton Chigurh. He is the guy from No Country for Old Men.
That movie was boring.
What?
I've never seen it, so I'm worse than Ed. So yeah.
Okay, so basically he was a hitman, and so what he did is, like, throughout the movie you're kind of following him and like the like all the kind of the characters that are involved. But so what he would do is, like, as he was going along, he would ask people to, like, he would flip a coin, and then he would ask people to call it what it is. And if they got it wrong, he had one of those those hydraulic pistons that they used to kill cows with, like, and then he would just like he would turn it on and then just boom, like, you know, punch a hole right through the people's head and kill them, and then he'd just walk away like it never even happened, like nothing ever happened.
Jeez.
And so like that's what the whole entire movie is him just like, you're kind of following him and like the other people because he's trying to hunt down someone, but like he's just ruthless. He doesn't care. And anyone he feels like that he comes in contact with, that he feels like flipping the coin. And there's a really good scene where he's at a gas station and he's talking with the gas station attendant and stuff, and they're, you know, going into stuff, and and he flips the coin and it falls down, and he covers it up, and he asks the guy to call it, and he's like, well, you got to tell me what I'm calling it for. He's like, no, just call it. And they keep on going to this thing, and he's like, well, they keep on, you know, back and forth, and he finally says, he's like, I don't know what I'm calling it for. You got to tell me what you're calling for. He's like, you're calling it for everything. You know, you will, you know, win everything if you call this or whatever, you know. In other words, he's saying like, you're keeping your life or you're not. Like you're gaining everything from this. So then he calls it, and he ends up calling it right. And so then the guy, hold on a second.
So my character was Jigsaw. That's his name.
Oh boy, that's right.
From Punisher Warzone.
Oh boy.
Then his brother was Looney Bin Jim.
Looney Bin Jim.
Yummy, yummy in my tummy.
Oh, yeah. Stop it.
So yeah. So then the guy wins and, you know, calls it, and he's like, and so then the guy takes a quarter. He's like, no, don't just put that quarter in your pocket. He's like, why? He's like, because then it's just going to mix around with the other quarters, and then it will just become another quarter. And then he stops for a second. He's like, which it is, just another quarter. And then he just walks out. It's like the movie almost feels like a Western.
Yeah.
Like movie without actually being a Western.
And you know,
just ruthless like Western movies, but
I think because when I tried to watch it, felt boring, and like there was parts that I was like falling asleep, like do something. And I think I like one part, like having the movie I missed because I fell asleep. They weren't doing anything.
Yeah,
so it's like
it's about the like just the like that character, like I don't know, man. It's just such an amazing character. Like I that's why I couldn't, like, right away, like when you talk movies, like for me, like that's one of the most notable, just messed up, like evil, like people who just is so ruthless, and just, you know, and just the way that he killed people is just, it just is like, it's so messed up and just it just was like I couldn't think of anything other than that. It's just such a messed up character. It's a great movie. Don't listen to Ed. Watch it, Ray.
Maybe one day.
Ray, what is your one film?
So this is where I'm gonna cheat again. LOL. I was watching a movie every Sunday for a while, and that movie was called Game of Thrones. And so my favorite movie villain is Cersei Lannister, because F her.
Okay, I you know what? I will allow.
Thank you.
It's fine. I will allow.
I don't know, man. Cersei, at first I didn't really know how bad she was gonna be, but then she solidified as time went on that she was bad. And yes, even though that last season wasn't super great, like the seasons that led up to it, I hated her. I love when an actor or an actress can make me legitimately like hate a character, because that means that they've done their job really well. I mean, in addition to the writing. So nah, Cersei was nope. Didn't like her. So great villain in my mind.
All right. Well, we're going to get into the final one, which is what TV villain or other. It could be real life. Ray, what is your TV villain?
This one might be kind of a spoiler. Kind of might be because it's from something new. I don't know if you guys have watched The Boys yet.
Yeah.
Jesse has. I haven't.
I finished it all. Yeah.
I don't know if I can say it then.
Say it. Go ahead and say
it's fairly new. But Homelander. Great villain.
Yeah.
Great villain. I will not go into why. But I was surprised, and I hate that this villain is as good, but only because of what he stands for and the way that he pulls it off.
I
hate it.
I'm without spoiling anything. You'll know what I'm talking about, and anyone who's watched it. But that airplane scene.
Yes.
Holy shit.
Oh my goodness! It's just
Dude.
that was just one of the bad ones. One of them.
Yeah.
So,
but that one really, man.
Yeah.
Like,
so no, it is definitely he's a great villain, but a terrible villain. I think so bad.
I think Amazon put their movies out on like a Blu-ray or DVD. I think.
I don't know if they're gonna put their shows out on Blu-ray or DVD. They might. I'm not sure, but. If you haven't watched The Boys, I saw a headline the other day that said The Boys is great, but it came out at a bad time. I think. I think it came out at a real bad time, but it is a really good show. It's just hard to watch. It's really hard to watch.
But it's so good to watch.
Yeah, like I kind of got like upset with like I was looking at some of the reviews and stuff, and so many people are like, oh, because they showed it. I think it's because the preview came out during Spider-Man, so too many people didn't take any time to look into it before watching it, or possibly letting their kids watch it.
Yeah, they don't give you any indication as to what kind of show this is before you get into it, but you find out in the first 10 minutes real quick.
Yeah.
What kind of show it is. It is not. It is not a family-friendly show. It is a very rated. I think I would rate this adult. I would not adult. Not I'm sure this is an adult show.
Yeah.
To the max. So and lots of trigger warnings because it's a lot of stuff that happens. There's a lot of stuff in this show that could trigger a lot of people.
Yeah.
A lot. So be careful if you haven't seen The Boys. But good show, but tough show to watch. Just like Game of Thrones to me. So.
Yeah.
All right. Jesse, what is your one TV or other?
Okay, so I picked a character called Joe Carroll from a show called The Following.
Interesting.
Everybody's recommended me to watch that. The Following.
So he's a serial killer. Like I would compare him somewhat like he's like a mixture of different serial killers. That are killers that we've seen in movies and stuff like that, but I think I would mostly rate him compare him to like Hannibal Lecter.
Oh, okay.
Just in the sense that he's very brilliant and smart and elegant, and like he has that just if you didn't know about the killing part of Hannibal, he would just seem like a very smart, intelligent person who, like loves to read and, loves classical music and, like that's kind of how this character is in a lot of ways. Now he does, obviously have a very dark side, and there are times where he lets slip that character of him just seeming like an elegant, smart person, because that's just it. Like he thinks he's smarter than everyone, and so like the main character is there's the one police officer. And then there's him, and it's the main character. I'm blanking.
Isn't it like a female detective?
Well, there's I guess there's a couple of them, but it's what's the why am I blanking on his name?
You have to look it up.
Yeah. It's a famous person, famous actor.
Well, why you looking
that
it
narrows
up,
it down to a few hundred. Yep.
Well, let me get into mine. Mine is Mason Gilroy from Burn Notice. He was like kind of like giving the missions out at one point to Michael Weston, and he was kind of suave, and he knew how to get people to do his dirty work without getting his hands dirty. Like he'll be on the beach just relaxing, or he'll dress and he'll speak this British accent and like very smart and intelligent. But he was just like, you're going to do this and you have no other choice. If you don't do it, you're going to die. And he was just like very, very like sophisticated, but like kind of a good villain fit into the Burn Notice world. So that would be my TV. But before we go, we're gonna do just say that one honorable mention. You can pick it from anywhere. Just say it. Don't give no reason, and that's it. Ray, what is your honorable mention?
Honorable mention? I don't really have one except for maybe Gandhi from the Civilization games.
Okay, got it. That's your villain. Okay.
Do you know the reason behind that?
No, but you'll have to tell me after.
I'll tell you.
Just tell me now. Yeah.
Oh God, what happened with Civilization is there was a bug with Gandhi in these games because it's about all of the rulers from all the civilizations.
Yeah.
And well, not rulers, but like important, influential people from all these civilizations. There was a bug that made Gandhi overly aggressive, and he would become basically a warlord. And if you went further enough into the game, Gandhi would get nukes and he would nuke your civilizations because Gandhi didn't care about nobody. He was there to wreck your stuff. But that was a bug initially, but then it became kind of a joke, and so they just kind of kept it as a running joke throughout the games as it went along. So Gandhi is not a guy that you want to go up against in Civ because he will wreck your stuff easy.
Right. For me, it's gonna be Mother Brain from Super Metroid. You, Jesse?
Well, back to like what my thing, like so Kevin Bacon is the main character of that show, that
one
of the following, and then the guy that I like, the villain, is he's in a couple of things. He was in Carbon, Altered Carbon, that show. I don't know if either of you have watched that at all.
No, I haven't watched it yet. It's on my list.
He's the guy that played the villain in the following. He's also plays kind of a villain in that movie and that show as well. But other villains,
just one honorable mention.
I'll have to go with Shredder from the Turtles.
That's a good one. I thought about using that one too at one point. Yep.
You gotta give love to the Turtles.
Yes. So everybody, that is the Index Show. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. We really do want to know who is your favorite villain. You could do all 5, or you could just let us know a favorite villain of yours that you want to celebrate. So we're going to go into our plugs. Jesse, where can we find you?
You can find me almost everywhere as Phantom NXS.
Ray, where can we find you?
You can find me everywhere, but mostly on Twitter, YouTube, and Twitch as Ray Apollo. That's 2 L's.
Yes. You guys can find me on Twitter at That Retro Code. You can check out my podcast, Optional Opinion, on SoundCloud and other podcast apps. And I'm going to just go ahead and reveal it. The reason why we did this villain episode is that this is part of the Beauty of Video Games Volume 5 that I'm bringing to Code Name Index. Is we are going to be celebrating, or I'm going to be doing that a lot. I'm celebrating the great things about villains, why we love them, why sometimes they're underappreciated, but why we need them. So the Beauty of Video Games Volume 5 is Feeling Villainous. So we're going to be talking about breaking the definitions down, different villains from different media, and going to be having the various podcast guests. So I will give you guys a date for it. It's going to be running for 3 weeks. So hopefully you guys will be tuning in on codenameNX.com for the blogs and for the podcast. With that, everybody, have a great week, have a great weekend, and we will see you next time on the NX show. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
See you.
Good. I didn't know that it was only going to be like 8 cans.
Yeah.
Because I'm just like, I wonder where they're cutting back. Because it's not the regular 12 pack. It's like a mini thing, and they don't have a 12 pack in that flavor.
Yeah, they do, but it's only at certain places. Have you gone to Target at all?
That's what I got it. I got it the small ones at Target because got like they got a lime juice one.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't know if I should try that one. But
yeah, there's the lime mango and then the blue raspberry.
Okay, so they didn't have the mango there.
Okay. Yeah, they do have it in 12 packs at some places, but yeah, I haven't seen it really at all anymore, to be honest. Or well, I don't know that I've seen it anywhere at all. I haven't gone to Target again though, but
yeah, they had the Target close to me. They had it. It was like at the bottom shelf. But just the mango one I didn't see. I only thought it was just the blueberry. Then when I seen the lime, I'm like, okay.
Yeah, there's the 3 different kinds. Yeah.
So I just gotta wait for Mr. Apollo to come so he can finish his pancakes. So I was listening to Nintendo voice chat, and they were having a good discussion about our discussion that we had about the Genshin Impact looking like Breath of the Wild.
Yeah.
And they were just like, it's not one of the people really said it clear. They were just like, it's not a complete ripoff, but they could see the influence or how they incorporated some ideas from Breath of the Wild and placed it to that game.
Yeah.
So it was just like, it wasn't like they somehow emulated Breath of the Wild. It just like stole the actual data and put it in their game. They didn't do that. But you could see some stylized things that will make it look like or give you the impression of that Breath of the Wild look.
It's more of the story, like they literally are blatantly just taking the whole story.
Oh, what'd you say?
I said it's more they blatantly just like ripping off the whole entire like what the game is about. It's like everything in it. Like you wake up.
But people think that when they say rip off, they thinking that they actually took the actual things in Breath of the Wild and placed it in their game.
Well, they did. They did in some ways.
But
not like they didn't literally take the game code and then write over it.
Right, and that's what some people are thinking when people are saying it's a ripoff.
Well,
they're actually taking the code.
I don't think they actually think that. It's because it literally everything about it copies it exactly, and so it's like they did. because it's so close. It's very similar, as in they literally blatantly rip off character designs and everything.
Well, and that was the thing that when I was listening to MVC, they were just like, and this I'm just repeating myself. That's why I'm just saying, like, they didn't actually rip it off. They didn't take code, but everybody does, or some people are thinking they actually downloaded Breath of the Wild and stole that stuff and put it into
just because it looked so closely.
Just because it looks, and they were just like I'm like Genshin impacted us so much more than it's so much more than Breath of the Wild. Like the color palette looks different. You could see some artistic ideas or about some of the stuff, but I'm just like, this still to me doesn't look like Breath of the Wild. This still looks like an independent.
Well, it doesn't
looks like an indie game.
Yeah, it doesn't look exactly like it, but it's literally everything about it. It's like if you were to tell someone how something looks, and like if you couldn't show them a picture of something, but you told them what something looked like, and then they drew it or they created it without actually looking at the thing. But it's the same. It's still the same exact thing. It just looks different.
Think it's because of that art style that everybody's making that?
No,
is saying it because
no, it's because you have these things that you go to that are like towers that unlock the map.
Hold on.
You start the game out waking up.
Hold on. If the game was designed in a different art style, if it looked like Legos, do you think people would start saying Breath of the Wild?
Yeah, if you're still doing everything that you do in Breath of the Wild, yeah, I'd say yeah.
But
like I honestly don't care about the art
I
style.
Think that's the thing about
everything else that's being ripped off.
Everybody is thinking it because of the art style.
No.
And I think that's the problem with it. Like, because listen to MVC, it was just like, because the art style is so distinct and it stands out, everything that's drawn in their art style is making that Breath of the Wild comparison. If everything looked like a Lego game, or even if that game looked like The Last Guardian, nobody would be able to tell the difference. Nobody would have said nothing that this is Breath of the Wild. This looks like this.
I would have. If the game was exactly what that game is, in any art style, I don't care what it looks like. The fact is, if you're taking the same characters and you're putting it in your game, but in a different art style, it's still the same character.
But everybody's
Star Wars in Legos is still Star Wars.
It's still Star Wars, yeah, because but that is based off that's based off a licensed property. So
yeah,
there's already something there for them to take and try to recreate in a kid-friendly way.
But I'm just saying, it doesn't look like the movies, but it still is Star Wars, and same with this. It's still the same characters as what's in Breath of the Wild being used in this game.
If this game was literally designed originally in that Lego style, without even looking at Breath of the Wild or anything, or The Last Guardian, The Last Guardian, looking at this and having Sony's distinct art style, without even looking at Breath of the Wild, do you think people would have been upset? Because I think because of the art style and the enemies designed in that art style and making it look that way, they would have been upset. Because like even if you look at Secret of Mana and Dragon Quest, their blobs in there almost look the same from each other, but they're designed differently. And the blobs and stuff, they are separated because Toriyama put the Dragon Ball eyes, and it's all in his art style. Where Squaresoft have a different art style for their blobs and everything in that game, but they could be looking similar in a sense, and you wouldn't be able to tell or anything. You probably say one party ripped off the other. Everything.
You mean those like the blob things with the big ears?
No, the blob that's it's the blue. It's the traditional blue blob from
Oh,
Dragon
okay.
Quest.
Oh,
How it looks.
well, in Secret of Mana it is too, though.
Secret of Mana, yeah. The other ones with the ears, those are rabbits. They're considered as like rabbits. There is a blob, kind of like in different colors. They're like gel. They like jelly and stuff.
Yeah.
But if you like sometimes look at them and you see them, the eyes of them almost look like a little bit older Dragon Quest games. I, maybe from the NES days. It may be a little bit earlier, but like just looking at that, and they both being done at 8. Well, Secret of Mana 16-bit, but during that 16-bit style, they kind of look that way.
Is it the green blobs in Secret of Mana?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, they're like, when did Secret of Mana come out?
It's 93 or 94. It might be even 90. Yeah, 93 or 94. Because I know I was still in elementary when that game came out. I wasn't in high school yet. Because I think they was I think they was playing the Super Nintendo CD. I think they were still working on that, or it was over with. That deal fell down, and then they brought that game to cartridge.
It's funny.
What?
Let's see. Oh, there's these like blobby round bouncing things that were in Commander Keen that were just a big red like bouncing, like I think it was just like supposed to be a bouncy ball with a face on it.
Was that for the PC?
Yeah.
PC one. Okay.
That's kind of was similar to that, but Commander Keen came out in 91. Yeah, the thing is though, like I was saying though, it wouldn't matter what art style that game was in, is because everything else is copying Breath of the Wild, from the things that you go to that replace the towers to unlock the map. Like they're
which I feel like that idea is nothing different. Maybe
I know, but like I said, Ed, it's the when you compile all the things that Breath of the Wild does all into one game, that's like I argued with you last time. It doesn't matter if a game has one or two things of something, but when you literally copy every single beat, every single thing that they do in every game, and then you put it all into one, it's the same game.
I don't think they copy. This is me personally. We'll disagree. We agree to disagree on this one.
I think we should talk about it on this show.
I want to say with
like, how can you say that it's not copying?
Because the thing about it is, I think everybody jumped on it because of the art style. That's the first thing that's very distinctive about this game, is the art style. Even when you just talk about Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, the art style is the first thing that pretty much comes up. Not everything else falls underneath it. That art style.
Well, honestly, I didn't when I watched the thing. I didn't right away say, yeah, this is I know they said that it was copying Breath of the Wild, but when it first started out, I'm like, okay, what are they copying Breath of the Wild? But then once you start seeing the characters that are almost exactly like Breath of the Wild, and then you see the things that they do that are exactly like Breath of the Wild.
Something else. They said they love Breath of the Wild, but they didn't copy it. They have MVC has a quote, and I gotta find a story for it. But MVC had a quote about what they actually said and what they stated and everything. When I actually look at this game, I actually look at Ni no Kuni 2. And that's the thing that no one is actually talking about. If you look at this game in action, this game has the feel of Ni no Kuni 2, and that was level 5. This has nothing to do with Breath of the Wild in terms of
yeah, I didn't think it looked anything like Ni no Kuni.
If you look at Ni no Kuni 2 on how
I've looked at it.
On how the gameplay is, on like the fighting and everything, Ni no Kuni 2, I was getting more of that vibe and not Breath of the Wild, because I think Breath of the Wild is so random with its enemy encounters, that you could go into different perspectives when you're locking on, and I don't think that game had, and it looked like that game didn't have no lock on. It just looked like a whole bunch of enemies come to it. Well, it was weird.
It's the whole system. The whole system is exactly like Breath of the Wild.
But see, the thing about it is, in Genshin Impact, all the enemies were in a circle. So it looked like you was probably fighting multiple people, but you were in a circle. You don't fight anyone in a circle.
Well, that wasn't actual gameplay.
That when they was fighting, they were showing gameplay.
The thing where they had like the circle of the enemies around them.
Every time that I think there was one before or after it, but it was showing that you were fighting them in like this kind of circle.
Yeah, and then they paused and they were like panning the camera around the character and stuff like that as she's pulling the bow back. Like, I don't think that was an actual, because I've watched actual gameplay, and it's more like Breath of the Wild, where you just run around and you just attack things with your and you do lock on and you shoot your bow. Like, because there's a bunch of, I actually watched actual gameplay. Like, I watched the
mobile version.
Yeah. You start out, the game starts off, you're the main character. You wake up on a beach by the water, and then this thing that's kind of like the fairies from Zelda comes over to you and wakes you up and starts talking to you, and then you go to the first, and then it directs you to the first thing that's like the towers and Breath of the Wild, where you go to that, and then it unlocks that part of the map to reveal that part of the map, and then you've got to go around and reveal the entire map.
So
and then there's all the characters and stuff
like
that
Far Cry 3.
No, it's like Breath of the Wild.
Far Cry 3, as in the fact that you have to go to those towers to unlock part of the world. So that's what I'm saying. That and don't forget, Far Cry 3 came out first before Breath of the Wild.
Yeah.
The style,
because the whole idea is Breath of the Wild was taking ideas from all different games.
Right. And the thing about it is that it feels like nobody's getting mad about the stuff that Nintendo, not saying stolen or ripped off, but they looked at something and incorporated that system into their game.
Yeah.
But yet still
from
made it
all
their
different
own.
Games.
And
they didn't copy all the things from one game.
And this is why I feel like everybody who, and I'm saying you making a big deal about it, is that I think because of, and I don't know if it was in the trailer or anything of what towers or shrines and stuff. I think it was just because
him at all? Or?
Yeah, I did, but he said he was unavailable. You might have to add him again. Because I called him. I'm like, I got him in our call. So I'm like, it's on the scene.
Oh, there we go. He joined.
Ray? Oh, he's probably still setting up.
Hello?
Hey.
Hi.
What's up?
We're just arguing about that impact. Genshin Impact.
We're discussing.
What are you arguing about?
We're not arguing. We're discussing.
Too late.
Well,
It's an argument. What are you arguing about?
I was just saying that it's completely a Breath of the Wild ripoff.
Oh yeah, so is there a full trailer that I can just watch? I haven't watched the full trailer yet. I've only seen like the articles and the screenshots.
There is on
Yeah, there's gameplay too actually because it's been out for a while on mobile.
What's it called again? Remind me.
Genshin Impact.
Yeah, Genshin Impact.
Genshin Impact.
And it might say like PS4
because like the one of the key things that's like was completely a ripoff for me. Like there's a bunch of them, but they have the blobs from Breath of the Wild where if they're fire type they're the
that's
red.
what you were posted in the group chat. I saw.
Yeah. And then if they're water, they're just the regular blue. And then I'm guessing they probably have the ice one.
A lot of games have blobs that do
I know,
elemental.
but they look exactly like the ones from Breath of the Wild.
I don't think
literally
so.
Like they took the assets from Breath of the Wild character and they put it in it.
I don't think so.
You're so
we have.
I mean,
we disagree.
So I'm gonna be real with y'all right now. I'm looking at this, and this looks a lot like Breath of the Wild,
but
like a lot.
But Ray, may I ask you, if it was done in like the style of The Last Guardian, would you be able to like completely just say,
well, he wouldn't because he hasn't watched any of the game, but I have, and you start the game waking up by a thing that's like a fairy that wakes you up and brings you to a thing that you go to, and then it unlocks that part of the map.
Not even that. Do you think just looking at the trailer on how it goes, do you think that if it was designed in a different kind of art style, no one would have been talking about it of it being a Breath of the Wild?
So I don't think they would. I think they would have been. Oh, it has elements from Breath of the Wild, but since it's in the same art style, it's a clone.
And that's the thing I'm kind of feeling. And then I was telling Jesse that on MVC they were just like it's not a rip off, but they took some ideas and incorporated from
there are some things that they definitely ripped off, and you could see that.
I don't.
But I do feel like it's its own game.
When I seen Ashley when I was watching it, because it's a little bit faster than Breath of the Wild, I was getting more Ni no Kuni 2 vibes from it.
I mean, from the cities, yes, but the wild landscapes definitely look more Breath of the Wild.
I think it was. I know for me,
it
just
just looks like Breath of the Wild, but they replaced Link with the typical anime.
Waifus. Yes. I don't know. I like the look of this. I really do.
Yeah, I mean, it looks cool, but like that's the thing is, I would even play it, but it's just there's so many things that just seem ripped off that.
Like I said, I don't feel like it. We agree to disagree. All I know is, I didn't watch none. I don't know if they showed any Call of Duty Modern Warfare campaign yet.
I don't think so. I have a beta code for
nice.
whatever.
Yeah. Well, I know Game Informer's got a whole bunch of stuff where they talk about.
Yeah, they talk about it, and I think
this looks good. How much is it gonna cost?
I think it's probably gonna. Oh, that
Genshin Impact.
Genshin Impact.
That we don't know.
Probably.
They was only.
Is this on phones right now?
It's in beta form, so you could only if you were in the beta.
Oh man, because this will look good on my Razer phone.
Yeah. And it's not even coming to America.
It's coming to
yet.
PC too, so.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I will be as soon as this is out on PC. Your boy will be playing it. Oh, you can climb on the monsters?
This is all in China, though. This is nothing for America.
So, the thing is, that's a whole big thing that's about to change. We're about to get a whole lot more Chinese games since they opened that up in China.
No, I think it is actually coming here to PC. It's just for right now. It's only in beta because there's a lot of people playing it, American people playing it.
And I think it's because it's on the App Store. I don't know if it's region free or anything or how they did that. I know they just said that it was only at that conference that was in China that when they showed it, it got announced. But I think I'm assuming the Chinese people made a big deal about it, and then it came.
As they should. I really think that China's going to revolutionize the gaming industry. Like they're going to be the next big push that gets us to the next step in terms of video games and what we expect out of video games. I really think so.
Well, that's a problem.
I don't think it's a problem.
I think it's a problem because they're just doing video game consoles and stuff in China. They had been on them for a long time.
This is what I'm saying though. I feel like there are so many people there with the ideas. They have so many different people who haven't been able to do this for so long. Mm-hmm. We're gonna get fresh ideas, new content, new blood into the gaming industry itself.
I would probably say I say probably more indie stuff. I don't think we would get like I don't think we'll get a big.
I wouldn't count it out. There are plenty of smart people there that have probably been wanting to do this forever. I
think some of their indie stuff might feel like big AAA or even AA games. Mm-hmm. But I don't think there's going to be something on the level of a Platinum Games status of a name that's going to come out of China.
I think so. I think so. I think there will be.
If one of the three major publishers would have to reach out to him.
I don't think so.
I think my best bet would probably be Nintendo.
I don't think so. I don't think we think that video games condense to these hubs. Just because we haven't had much, information coming out of China doesn't mean that these people who have the skill of these other people, these other big publishers don't exist.
Well, I think it's because a lot of China was PC related, PC based. Because of no console.
I would say the Chinese government has something to do with that more so than anything. But still,
I would disagree. But I think I want to agree with you in a sense, but I don't think we're going to have it. I think indie games and stuff that's been on PC for years are going to come into console. We're probably going to get like, wow, there's so much creativity and content and originality. Mm-hmm. Let's give them there.
Outside of this Breath of the Wild game that everybody's like, this looks like Breath of the Wild. Originality, I think not.
But I think they had to do something like that because they didn't have like a console until the government like really let them do it.
Because still working a deal to get the Switch in China.
Yeah, they're still trying to get the China where they still are, but it might now not happen because of those tariffs. So
I think it might still happen.
Well, no, it would because those tariffs aren't gonna affect.
Like for China, they'd be like, "Oh, cool, still we'll buy your stuff." You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But it affects us more than it affects China.
Yeah, because that's us and them. That's
with them dropping their currency, their dollar currency, and making their products look good, that might factor in. But yeah, we shall see.
We'll see. I'm just curious to see how it shapes out because I've been waiting for what's the new thing in the gaming industry that's gonna like bring in like a lot of new blood, a lot of new ideas. Where is that gonna come from? I honestly think that it could come from China. As weird as that sounds, it could come from China.
You know what? I don't even think it's just gonna come from China. I think there are a lot of countries that we are going to be getting some great games.
I hope so. Because we just started to see more from South America, which is awesome. Yeah. Latin America, which is amazing. I'm really happy about that. So I want to see more people making video games.
Like Blazing Chrome was developed by the guys in Brazil. Mm-hmm. Like having stuff like that. I think international indie games are going to be a big thing because everybody been wanting indie games from Japan to come here, and I really think that can happen.
By the way, have you guys been seeing? This is related, but not completely related to exactly what we're talking about. Have you seen this Project BBQ?
I haven't even heard of it.
Ooh, I'm gonna drop a link real quick for you guys to see it. So it's an MMORPG, it's an action MMORPG, so it's all up in my alley. It looks great. I love it.
Is that the one that looked like an action stylized game? I know there was kind of like in the Bayonetta sense.
Kinda, but think how do I really describe if I was gonna combine two games? Think World of Warcraft meets something like Dynasty Warriors, except more anime.
A lot of shooting, or
nope, a lot of blades.
Blades.
Oh my god.
And then we'll get to the show.
But that name though is my favorite. Project Barbecue. I'm in.
Last but not least, Jesse, I love you. I love having these discussions because I even though there, like I said, there's times that we disagree.
Yeah,
it's good having these discussions. So, I mean, there's no upset and everything. Oh, go ahead.
No, I'm trying to remember. Was it like Australia or something where like there's a country where like the Dreamcast is still reigns supreme.
LOL, where's that? Like in Antarctica?
No, I want to say it was like Australia, or I can't remember right now, but because that they still make new games for Dreamcast and for the Sega Genesis. That's it.
That's
like
Brazil.
The Sega Genesis. They still make new games for the Sega, and I think it's Australia.
No, it's Brazil.
Brazil, that's it. Yeah.
Because when Jason was asking the guy who made Blazing Chrome, they still have original versions of the Sega Genesis, and they're still making games out of there.
Yeah, yeah, it's just hilarious. But the Dreamcast though too, like there's a couple of guys who make new games, and they came out on Switch and stuff, but they also make it for the Dreamcast as well. The remake of what I can't think of it right now. What's the one game that was on Sega? That was super pop. Here, hold on a second.
Holding.
Vector Man.
Sorry, you said that. It made me laugh.
Because I would have said Eternal Champions, which is one of Sega's.
I mean, I could see Vector Man.
Flashback. Okay, so Flashback, originally was a Sega game, and Flashback, and then the part 2 to it was Fade to Black, and so they're in the process, or they already have remade Fade to Black, and both of those games you can buy on Dreamcast. But they also released them to to Switch and stuff, obviously, and to Xbox and PS4. But there's a whole bunch of games though that are actually like brand new, like new IP that are being made for Dreamcast and stuff like that are also come out to Switch and stuff like that too. So yeah, it's interesting. I mean, I love the Dreamcast.
Who doesn't?
I didn't have one, so I have no feelings towards it.
Yeah, it was basically at the time it was the only way to play like arcade, almost games. like exactly 1-for-1 arcade games.
Yeah, their chip was I was about to say progressive, but it's not. One of their chips is from the Naomi arcade board, so stuff like Virtua Fighter 5 could be ported easily onto the Dreamcast and play right there. You wouldn't know the difference.
Well, and it was basically I call it the original Xbox because right on the front of it says Microsoft Windows. It's powered by Windows. Right on the front of the Dreamcast. So it basically was Microsoft and Sega basically together making that system. Like they use the stuff, the programming and stuff from Microsoft to make that system. So like that's why when the Dreamcast went away, a lot of those Sega IP were exclusive to the original Xbox because they had such a good partnership with them that they kind of gave them the IP to make exclusive for for that just in the very beginning. But
well, it would have been like games like Jet Set Radio, probably part of that deal. Because I think what Jet Set Radio was on the original Xbox.
There was a couple that were exclusive to the Xbox. I can't think of them all off the top of my head right now.
I think Jet Set Radio, which was a port. I think Shenmue 2 was only on Xbox. I think it was only on Xbox. So the only thing they did Shenmue 1 only on Dreamcast.
Yeah.
So, I mean, because then I think Jesse, you may agree or you might remember this. I think after they made that deal, they were doing stuff. They were making like their third-party games just for all the consoles, and most of them were going to Nintendo, I believe.
Yeah, I think well after a while they just kind of went all over. Because I think like they obviously like a lot of that Nintendo, I'm sure probably paid tried to pay money or help fund stuff.
Well, it was like it was kind of interesting. Definitely looking at the EGM book, I think they had Sonic and Mario shaking hands, and like Sega was going to be putting games on the GameCube.
Yeah.
And shoot.
All right, should we start?
Yes.
I'm ready whenever you are.
All right, everybody, here we go.